What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital, and yes, we are back for another Premier League review show. Today, once again, he is back. Damien in the house, Liverpool supporter. Now today, it's not a Man United TV. It's kind of in the middle. We're a little bit in the middle here.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me back.
Yeah, and Liverpool finally get their first win of the new year. Finally get a few goals as well. A few talking points in this week's round. I mean, Man United. Yeah.
You love to see it, bro. You love to see it.
You guys love to see it, but you guys went missing for a little bit, for a couple of weeks. We finally said, you know what? Let them out of quarantine. Let these Liverpool fans out of quarantine. Let them come back out. Let them have their say. Get some fresh air back into their system. But we'll start off. I want to start off with the Man United game because I got a few things to get off my chest. Yeah, because Sheffield. Mr. Sheffield, that's who we lost to. We lost to the team on points, probably the worst Premier League team ever on points, I think, currently.
Yeah.
Dead last, only had one win coming into this game. And United bottled it. And, you can't say otherwise, We go on, who was it? We beat Fulham the week before, beat Fulham, had a draw with you guys.
Yeah.
Beat you guys in the FA Cup as well.
You did, yeah.
And you think they're going to bounce back, or not bounce back, you think they're going to take that confidence onto this game, and like City won just before us, or the day before, and you keep the pressure on, we're going to win this game. Yeah,
bro, that's the thing. Like, we're saying United were top, All right, we can joke about 2 weeks, that's all it's going to be.
We won the 2-week League Cup, bro.
That's it, man. But the question was, like, were they going to hold on? Were they going to cope with the pressure of people chasing them? It's probably the toughest being on top, you're the hunted. And with Sheffield, it was at Old Trafford. That's a massive result. But they still probably get relegated.
Oh, yeah, they will get relegated.
Yeah, but like we were saying before, it's tough. Every single game in the Premier League is massive, and it's not an easy win. So...
you're right. It's not an easy win, but still, these games you should be winning. And like, I know we say it's Sheffield, but then you look at some of the other results, even from last season. You guys wanted to be the Invincibles. Watford stopped your run out of all the teams, and they got relegated.
Yeah.
I also remember Norwich beating Man City. They also got relegated. Bournemouth beat us last year. They got relegated. I think few teams in the relegation zone. I think Watford beat us last year as well. They got relegated. Who else? I think them 3 teams. So the teams that are fighting for these spots, and I mean, like even like the teams like the Fulhams, and they're gonna take results off you. I wouldn't say we were lucky to beat them, but they made it difficult for United.
Man. Well, you saw the last couple of results for United, like close games. The second half, 70 minutes on,
or the last minute goal against
when
Wolves.
They get a result, and it was, how long is this? Some people say luck, but how long can they keep it coming? Yeah,
but look, at the end of the day, I get that with that run, but then no one really backed us for any of them games. Like, oh yeah, all right, United won this game. Now you got Wolves next. We beat Wolves. Oh, but now you got Villa. Villa got Grealish. They're on fire. They with a few games in hand, they could be top 4. We beat them. Yeah, mate, it wasn't comfortable, no, but we got the result. Wait till you play Leeds United, Bielsa football, slap them up. Do you know what I mean? It's like, we're getting the results against teams that we're not even favourites for. Against Liverpool, United we went the favourites. Yeah, we were top of the league, but we weren't favourites to win that game, especially with the whole record and all that you guys had. And Liverpool's home record, the form. I know your form wasn't too bad, like wasn't great, but like in a derby or rivalry, like these kind of games, the form goes completely out the window.
That's true.
So but yeah, look, this game, we'll quickly touch on this game because it's still burning me, still pissing me off. The Blades, mate, the Blade Runners, Oscar Pastore FC, we lost to these guys. To be honest, look, I'm not going to I don't really want to talk about the 2 referee decisions, the 2 mistakes, in my opinion, the 2 goalkeeper ones, because that's not an excuse to losing, to be honest. We should have won the games, even with them decisions not going our way. But one, I said it a couple of weeks ago, this defending on corners, and when we've conceded on corners, we've got no one on the front and back post. So I don't know if it's a zonal marking thing, but yeah, you learn that in Sunday League. One on the back post, exactly one on the front post, and them goals don't go in. And United especially have conceded a lot of them in the most of the times.
You did point that out. So who do you reckon is deciding that? Is that De Gea?
It's got to be the manager. So and like this is the thing, like yeah, look, sometimes you got to give Oli credit for the run, and we've been scoring, we've been winning, but then some of the tactics, like it's simple, like how are we conceding these goals? Like from the corner, all right, what's going? We're losing their headers. All right, we're losing their headers. All right, mate, put the taller players on their main. Like if you're versing Newcastle, you're not going to have Fred on Andy Carroll. You know what I mean? You're not going to have that. But we still see that. Still see shit like that. But like some of the goals, they just sneak in the near post, and it's like if you have players on the goal line or on the post, they don't go in. So that's one thing. Yeah, then we equalise whatever, Harry Maguire, but then that second goal, and this is. Like it burns me, like it's absolutely been killing me all week. Yeah, like the last couple of days, it feels like a week to be honest. Absolutely shambolic, man. Everyone thought it was 2016 when everyone's doing the mannequin challenge. Everyone just stood there, and like it was a great intercept. It was a good interception from Maguire, you know, to stop that ball, that cross coming in, and then it came to De Gea, and like the first thing, just boot it out, kick it into the grandstand, over the stage, get a throw in. Let's regroup. He puts a through ball into it, and then he puts his hands up like he expected someone to be there. They get the ball back, and it's literally it's I don't know, ping pong, and it's like everyone's just ball watching. Like I've seen more movement in Madame Tussauds. I've seen more movement in Madame Tussauds and some of this defense, and like there's a lot of things that you can point out. You can say. You know, I look at the footage and I'm like, oh, Pogba maybe should have closed down that player that scored, or maybe Bruno should have taken the player outside the box. Fink should have tucked in. Martial there's all these little things, and then deflection of Tuanzebe. Like he's done it against Leicester, he's done it again today. I'm not gonna say he cost us, but your defensive awareness has to be a lot better than that.
Man, these things cost you games big time.
Especially and it's gonna come to the end of the year, and then games like this. Games like at Leicester City that you should have won, you lost in the last couple of minutes. It's gonna come back to kill you. If you know you lose the league by that odd goal or point, and you're gonna look back at these games and you'll be like, "What the hell just happened?" But you know what? Hopefully it's a little blip, and we go again. Like we move. What can you do? I mean, at the end of the day, that's football. And I'm happy to take all the banter coming my way that we lost to Sheffield. I don't mind, bro. Man, I don't mind, but make sure you're here, yeah? Because some Liverpool supporters are not here today, yeah? The last minute cancellations, I don't know what's going on, but you know, you're here, which is fine, you know what I mean? You're taking all the banter.
Everyone jump on the comments. This guy deserves everything. You know how he was the last 2 weeks.
Bring it. I haven't been wrong. I haven't been wrong, but I haven't been wrong, you know what I mean?
Bring the smoke.
But yeah, Man United. Look, we top of the league, 21 in 21. All that talk, we have to enjoy it. Okay, you guys have to understand. We have to enjoy this. Yeah, we've haven't been in top for so long, and it was fun. You know, 9 points behind Liverpool. Then we were 6 points ahead. We have to enjoy it, man, for the moment. And we know what kind of league this is. 1 week you're first, next week you're third, then your coach gets sacked. That's the type of league we're in at the moment. But look, United, to me, I'm disappointed. Martial. I don't know, man. Martial, at the moment, you're looking like a fraud. I mean, who decided to put this Ballon d'Or clause in your contract? I have no idea. Hyped you up that much already. You look, he had a good half of the season last year after COVID and all that. But like, look, he needs to be dropped. There needs to be a lot more from him. Or not even that. Just the goals. I don't know. He's in a goal drought, but we've seen when Firmino is not scoring, he's assisting, or he makes the pass that assists the goal. Do you know what I mean? He unlocks the defense. But Martial, he's not really running at players. He's very lethargic. He's not tracking back. So I don't know. Like at the moment, he's killing me. He needs to be dropped, in my opinion. Against Arsenal, Cavani needs to start. But other than that, man, yeah. Look, I'm disappointed. And whoever wants to comment below, go hard. I'm ready. I'm ready for all you guys. But We'll go over to your boys, man. Spurs 1, Liverpool 3. First win for Liverpool this year. Not just the first goal, 3 goals.
3, man.
And look, your missus was commenting yesterday, if Liverpool don't score, who's going to get the goal of the month for Liverpool? But you know what?
Look, man, never doubt us. Massive game, massive result for us. Our first goals for 2021, besides the FA Cup and the Premier League. Yeah. It was good to see our front 3 linking up again. We looked dangerous. Obviously, you know, a bit scary copying a goal 3 minutes in, Son, but VAR doing its job like it should. Offside is offside.
Klopp's been, see?
It is
Klopp's been getting into the ears of these. But you know what? That one you can't dispute it, really.
Offside's offside. Yeah. But when you look at it, we started to play like the Liverpool that everyone's come to know. The front 3 moving the ball well. The midfield was doing good despite injuries. You know, our back line still kind of makeshift. But big positive for Trent AlexanderArnold. Cracker game. After
the last game, after the United FA Cup game, a lot of the Liverpool supporters were asking, wanting him to be dropped.
Yeah.
Were on him, and you can't really say anything because he hasn't really been performing. To be honest, he hasn't. And like this game, he's shown that. Okay, yeah, you know what? I've copped all this stick in the last couple of weeks. You know, we spoke about it a bit off camera about how the media hypes things up to make some statistics really not look as realistic as they are. I mean, I know a couple of weeks ago Trent had that crossing stat. Mm-hmm. Some of the crosses, he put like 38 crosses in, didn't get to no one. But then you know what? They put a compilation of all the crosses, and I'm like, really? Some of them are you counting that one?
Yeah.
You got to look at some of the other players' runs. You know, some puts the ball in there and make a run. Like, yeah, you're gonna that's gonna count to one of the stats. You know what I mean? But this game he looked excellent. He looked excellent in this game. But the thing is, can they keep it up? And my question to you is: was it more that Liverpool were yes, they dominated, and I'm not going to dispute that. But was it because they're clicking back into form? You know, was the loss to United like a wake up call, or did it have something to do with Spurs being not so great? I'm not gonna discredit Liverpool's performance because it was great, but it's like, did Spurs not being, because all 3 goals, Lloris I think could have done something. The defending for the first goal and the third goal should have been better, and then Lloris obviously for the second one. But what's your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I'm not going to say the loss against United in the cup was a wake up call. I really don't think it was.
You played all right in that game too, to be honest.
Yeah, we did. It was a very open game compared to obviously the week before the nil draw. Pretty negative tactics, I reckon. You know,
everyone's playing the record.
Yeah,
everyone's playing in the record. Don't lose the record. Don't, you know, this.
But I think we needed a game like this where things kind of went our way. You know, the bounce of the ball, winning first and seconds, and just playing that free style of football, which we're used to seeing Liverpool play. It helps when you score in, you know, added time in the first half. It's a positive thing. Firmino getting a goal, you know, he hasn't scored too many, but that was good for the team. Obviously, starting the second half, Lloris, you know, deflects it straight to AlexanderArnold, who smashes that in. But then again, we do cop a goal 2 or 3 minutes later. But it was good to see us, you know, hold on to that lead, not crumble. I think that was a big thing for us, not crumble. And then Mane goes and gets that 3rd goal. Puts us, I think it's 4 points clear of Tottenham now, and now 3 points behind United. So it's a good position.
Yeah, but Spurs, I think, have a game in hand. Spurs have a game in hand, like it matters, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think look, Liverpool, like we said, did well even for them goals that they scored as well. There was another controversial decision with the Salah goal at halfway. Firmino, played at the ball. Yeah. You can look at it whichever way you want, but I think something like that, it's gonna be always called back as no goal. But then you guys scored not long after, anyways, so didn't really make a difference in the sense of that decision. But with I know you said with makeshift defense again, more injuries piling up for in you literally got like a couple of 1 or 2 days now to make some sort of signings, and Matip's out, Fabinho out, and Henderson.
He's a centre back now.
Yes, centre back, but then injuries with him as well.
That's also true.
How fit is he going to be in the next couple of games? We don't know. Liverpool need to make some sort of signing. And look, to be honest, the injury excuse that Liverpool fans are using about your defense is, to me, it's not going to run with me because you're not conceding. Like, you're not conceding. Like, you look at some of the goals, right? Spurs got a cracker, screamer. Really nothing to do with your defense. Yeah? And you could have had maybe another keeper in there and probably still not saving that one too, right? Against the last game, it was a penalty against Burnley. The game before that, nil law against United, you didn't concede. Then I know Newcastle was another nil law, didn't concede. You didn't concede against Palace. I know against Brighton, there was a last minute penalty, bit dodgy, whatever, but it was a penalty. You're not really they're not really breaking through the lines, except for maybe you saw it a little bit in the FA Cup game, but you had one of the young boys in there. But still, you're not really conceding. I think your back line has held well. I think it was more your front line not scoring, not getting them opportunities.
That's fair, yeah.
Because when you're playing some of the, if you want to call them the weaker teams, they play with that low block and there's no space for Mane, Firmino to work their magic. Even Thiago, I love putting it on him with a bit of stick, you know what I mean? He's like 16 thumbs up in the game, you know? But there's not much any room for him to try unlock a defense when you got 11 players behind. So it'll be interesting to see how they go against some of the other teams. I know he goes West Ham this weekend. And then Brighton again after that, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Brighton and then City
in February, including Champions League.
Yeah, so you might think there's Brighton and then you got City, but even though I think your defense is not really the problem with Fabinho and Henderson dropping in there, it doesn't really help your midfield.
That's the thing.
So you need and then even like you get like a Upamecano. Apparently he might not be leaving now, but you get someone like him in. Even when Van Dijk comes back, you can have a partnership because Matip injury is not gonna very injury prone. So,
do you think all right, when you put it down like that, we aren't really copying goals from open play as much. But like you said, I think it's impacting our midfield too much with Henderson dropping in, Fabinho, who was always our CDM. That's a big loss just having him sit at the centre back. He's doing a great job, but it really impacts our midfield.
Yeah. But look, you guys got the 3 points. Even though I think you guys should be 10 points clear by now. You know, like I was saying to you, you guys got the best manager. Yeah, I'm not claiming that.
The stats don't lie, man.
Stats don't lie. You guys got the best manager, the best front three. This is why you should be 10 points clear. The best two midfielders in the world. Hendo Nino,
2 weeks.
Thiago.
Top of the league.
Hey, but that's it, man. That's all we got. That's all we got for you. Top of the league for 2 weeks. The 2 week cup. It was a little, the little pre-season cups in between. That was it for us. First, we got our participation award this year. We're good to go. Now we start against Arsenal again. But yeah, look, I know the season has been, man. But what are you on? 3 points behind United, 4 points behind City. City got a game in hand, and City absolutely slapped up.
5-0 was it?
5-0 to Sam Aladici's side, I think it was. Did they play West Brom? They play West Brom?
I think it was.
Yeah, and so with a game in hand, they're going 4 points clear of United. Are they winning it? Do you think it's City's league now?
I think the way the season went, United kind of went under the radar till they hit top of the table. Now with the last, I think 13 or 14 results for City, they kind of went under the radar. Now they're on top. I think it's going to be a chasing game. Yeah, they're looking very good.
West Brom.
City is looking very good, man.
They got some easy fixtures too, to be honest. I mean, they don't got. I think they might have another. They might even have Sheffield this week. They do have Sheffield, so hopefully they can do the Manchester teams back to back here. Get some points away from them. Liverpool got the West Ham. West Ham at the moment,
big game,
sitting pretty. The best team in London at the moment. So no one can chat to West Ham. They've been blowing bubbles with Moisey. Who would have thought? Yeah, 7 years ago we got a lot of stick by David Moyes, but hey, he's in his Champions League spot.
This is Moyes' second time back at West Ham.
What? Yeah, because
Pellegrini
he
almost again.
almost got him relegated then.
Wow.
But yeah, like it'll be interesting to see what Liverpool do against them because what I've seen in the last couple of games, they've been physical. How are Liverpool gonna cope with the physicality of the game, especially with all their injuries? They got injuries on their mind.
Yeah,
They're scared to go in tackles. Didn't look like it against Spurs, but you never know. I mean, Thiago came on the second half looking like a Ninja Turtle. You know what I mean? Wrapped up his head. What happened to him?
Yeah, it was a head clash.
Head clash. Then he got who was it against?
He came on.
Not Harry Kane. He got Harry Kane though. Sent him out for maybe the rest of the season.
He did get subbed on later in the game. He got subbed off. So
of course, Thiago can't finish a game.
With the game on Monday though, does he start?
Yeah, I don't know.
How bad is it?
The thing is, no. If he continued playing, I think he'll be all right to play.
Yeah.
But do you put him in against West Ham, especially with the physicality. With the physicality in their squad? I don't know.
That's the thing. He was playing deeper until this morning's game. He seemed to have a bit more of a free role, kind of in an attacking position, because everyone's been putting on him for keeping the ball a bit too long. Liverpool seems to be a quick-paced team getting forward. He's slowing us down.
What do you think about that? To be honest, I never really thought, never seen it that way.
Yeah.
Until I heard the comments, and I'm like,
100%.
you know what? Maybe he does slow the game down. You know, he's like, yeah, like to be fair, he is that type of player. Maybe, like if he was in the City team at the moment, he'll probably be absolutely killing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then I'm like, yeah, maybe he's not the type of midfielder Liverpool need. Yeah, he's a world-class player in my opinion, but does he slow the game? Because I watched one of the games back, and I think Mane made a run and it was too late. Hesitates on the ball. So I don't know. Maybe look, that's easily fixed. To be honest, I mean,
100%. But it's not as if Klopp's gonna coach it out of him. You know, he's a world-class player. He was doing the same thing at Bayern, but now he's come to Liverpool where we look to win the ball early and
release early.
You know, give our front three as much room as possible. Let them do their thing. The longer he holds on to it, for any team, it's not a good thing. But seeing him playing higher up the pitch and his passing range is unbelievable. So him linking up with the front three, if he gets it higher on in between those lines, it could be a good thing for us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It all depends who's going to be available now for your midfield against West Ham. If you have the players in the midfield, maybe you can rest him, and then if you do need to, you know, if you do fall behind or you need someone to try unlock the game, you bring him on. But to be honest, you guys need to make some sort of recruitment. I don't know what. You never know, man. Jesse Lingard just signed for West Ham, so he might come on and make that London Stadium the dance floor. His dance floor against Liverpool.
Makes an impact?
I don't think he might. I don't think he will play.
But for West Ham.
Makes an impact. Look, not with the way they're going. I mean, like, where's Jesse? They're sitting fourth. What's Lingard gonna do? Take him to the top? I doubt it. But I think for Lingard, it's more about game time, trying to get him to play games because he's not getting in the team at United, and he did sign a 1-year contract at United. That could be get him game time, and then let's sell him. Yep. Or you never know if he pulls some sort of miracle form back, then you never know. You could see him every now and then back into the United squad next season, but that'll be an interesting one. I don't know about Lingard, but we'll go over to another team. We'll speak about Chelsea, and we'll speak about
Super Frank
Lampard, the legend. How can you do this to him? Roman, how can you do this to Uncle Frankie Lampard? Yeah, I don't know, man. What my opinion? I think they kind of pulled the trigger a bit too early.
I think it was a bit harsh. I don't know what they expected, really, bringing him in. What did they expect?
Yeah, I mean, like, look, if you're gonna bring someone like we was speaking a little bit before, if you're gonna bring someone in like Ancelotti, you're gonna bring someone like let's just say they got Pochettino or someone like that in, right? And then you're saying, yeah, you got this much money, the caliber of manager that you are, and if you're at this stage now, yeah, maybe you should get sacked. But at the same time, you knew what you guys were getting into, yeah. Lampard was a manager. The first year was, to my opinion, a free run.
That's fair.
You got no transfer window, banned. this is the players we got. Use what you have, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic. You got no one knows what's really happening. They come back. Really, you couldn't really buy anyone in January. They couldn't buy anyone in January, and he took him to fourth and equal points with United, so equal third. And there was no expectations, but now you're giving him, half a season to try turn it around. I understand they're a ruthless club. They do that sort of stuff, but I mean, what Tuchel has come in now. First game he draws, and if they don't start getting any wins, what happens now? If he doesn't make top four, does he go again? Do they by next season? Are we seeing Chelsea with a new manager?
It's if that's the case, that's shambles for Chelsea, really. But like you were saying earlier on, Tuchel, it's not his first time having problems with the board.
Yeah,
obviously that was he won the league with PSG, obviously.
Yeah, in a one league competition, of course you're gonna win.
Let's make that clear.
You're gonna win everything there. But you're right, man. Like we were speaking before, he was at Dortmund. I think someone might have to correct me, but I think the best he's done was like one season out of the three push Bayern to the finish line, and they ended up losing it anyways. Then he had a falling out with the board. He went to PSG. Look, he's left now. There's a reason why he left mid-season at PSG. When you're in the Champions League, you're in the final of the cup where Poch just came and just took the credit. Yeah. Was it they were first in the league the last time I checked, or somewhere close? I mean, obviously they'll probably end up winning the league anyways. Last year he took him to the Champions League final, which was their best Champions League run ever. Was certainly under the new regime, the oil money since the takeover. And you could even argue they were probably the better team in the final. You could even argue they were even probably the better team then. They still lost 1-0. But and falling out with the board. And you think about it, I don't know if there was a falling out with Thiago Silva, but now he's back at Chelsea. So you're gonna see what how that works out for him. But I don't know. German coach, what they're trying to do, because they got these 2 German players, 3 German players if you count Rudiger. But they already know how to speak English, so it's not like it's a language barrier, I think.
Well, that's the thing. I think those signings maybe hurt Lampard.
Yeah, they sacked him. Yeah, they
on really goal
line, Werner's goal line misses got him sacked, bro.
Unbelievable.
Because think about it. This year, like Giroud, how many times has he saved Chelsea? 100%. Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount. These are his players, bro. Who's Reece James in the back? He scored some cracking goals. All right, Zuma was already there, but he's been saving him. But remember, it was at one stage, it was like Chelsea's top goal scorer.
That's it, Chilwell, a lot of assists. Man.
Yeah. So it's like these players prior to Liverpool, to Chelsea signing, they were making the difference, and they're making the difference now. So it's like, do some of the players have to have a good look at themselves?
When you spend big money, you expect big results. I think, like we said, they're the reason Frank's gone. But I don't know. Maybe you thought it was a bit of FIFA signing all these players and bringing them in. I don't know what he was thinking, but maybe he put it on himself, huh?
Karim, I don't know. Yeah, it looks likely, maybe. But then, I don't know, Frank Lampard, to me, a bit too early to sack him. But we'll see what happens. Tuchel, nil or draw. Chelsea got Burnley next at home. They had another good win. They're coming back from behind there, so they had a good win there. They're 15th. Game in hand as well, so look, not too bad. They beat Villa, Liverpool the week before. That was the one. That victory it was like Liverpool's victory when United lost to Sheffield. That's the one. But look, moving on. So we also had Everton and Leicester City 1-1. And I mean, that was a good result for like the rest of
for the league.
For the rest, everyone at the top there. Our draw was a good result. Everton scoring first there, and then I think Tielemans getting the equaliser. No Vardy. He's got, I think, is it 7 weeks
surgery.
I heard.
Yeah,
hip injury. So let's see how that's gonna go for them. I know they've still got players that can score, but Vardy, I mean, he's always on the score sheet. He's always doing it. So that will be interesting. I think Everton got like a few games in hand as well. Yeah,
I think they have 2 in hand.
Yeah. 2 in hand. Yes.
For some teams, anyway.
Yes. Well, if it's round 20, so yeah, two games in hand. So that could take him to third if they win both of them. I don't know who they're against. I think is one of them against Man City.
I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure. But yeah, there's Everton and Leicester City there. So Everton have Newcastle in the next game, and Newcastle look in absolute shambles at the moment. I mean, Steve Bruce could be the next manager to leave.
Could be.
But then they could get a big result here. Let's hope. Everyone's hoping for these little clubs now. You guys got to hurry up and step it up. And then you have Leicester City and Leeds. You know, you're talking about some of the...
Leeds have kind of dropped off a little bit.
They have their expectation. But you know what? I think for them this season was that around the 10th mark was probably their position. It will be a good season. Because if you really look at the teams up to that 10th position, like, all right, whichever order you want to put them on, West Ham's, I don't know what they're doing there. Like, it's just they're misplaced there.
See it.
But besides West Ham, the rest of the teams are pretty much, it's like, do you really see Leeds better than Villa this season than Southampton this season? Not really, yeah?
They're all the same.
So you think the current spot that Leeds are at, that's actually their spot maybe at the moment. Maybe, and look, Wolves is just behind them. And Leeds got a game in hand. There's a few teams on a game in hand as well there. So you're looking at the table and you're like, Leeds, that's maybe your level, but then they can take points off anyone like we've seen.
For a first season in the Premier League again.
Yeah. You have to just try to stay up in the first season. But like we said, Bielsa doesn't want to change up that system. So
yeah, man. But I think we've got to look at now, like we've just kicked off the second half of the season. Which teams are gonna kick on and which teams are gonna fall off?
Do you think it's gonna happen though? Do you think there's gonna be we're 20 games in, so there are 18 games left roughly, yeah? Do you think by when? Another 10 games? Like when is the drop off point? Because by now we should already know, you know what, we're halfway. Yeah, like this is gonna be roughly the top 4. Definitely these two are gonna be top 2, and then the third and fourth are gonna fight it off. But now you're looking at it's like, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, because it's like from Arsenal to all right, it's 10 points to like, or 11 points to first, but you look at it like from Spurs or Everton onwards, it's not that far, man.
Yeah, when is this?
Do you reckon is there going to be a drop off? Or
exactly,
is this going to go to the last day? Imagine this goes to the last day and it's like Chelsea in 8th can win the league if so-and-so beat this team. That will be...
It, man.
I'm going to need to install a couple more TVs in here. You know, one game, how many games is there? 10 games? Oh, it's going to be interesting. But talking about Arsenal, they've been on a good run lately. They've won 4 out of their last 5. That draw coming to Crystal Palace, but then they got knocked out to Southampton in the FA Cup and then bounced back and 3-1, man. Yeah. Lacazette scoring again. Saka keeps...
Saka linking up, man.
Yeah, Laka, Saka, Arteta, all of them, they're starting to click. But then you look at, they beat Newcastle 3-0. Then so it's... Look, to be fair, if you look at some of the teams they've played...
That's also true.
Brighton, 1-0. West Brom... Besides United, everyone's slapping West Brom. Newcastle, everyone's putting goals past them. Southampton is probably the only one that is like, yeah, that's a good result. But that you never know. That performance could take them on to this United game, and that's going to be a huge, huge game. Arsenal versus United. Now, this is going to... The last time we played them, I think they put like a spark up our ass and we went on this winning run. So hopefully we can start our run on them again.
Do you think United are rattled now? Do you reckon on that?
No, we're not. We're not rattled, man. Look, we're
Rattlesnake FC.
Rattlesnake FC. No, we're not rattled because you know what? Like the thing is, the difference is, Liverpool.
Here we go.
Liverpool fans, you guys are the rattled ones. You guys complaining. Your manager, like he started off with the manager.
Top of the league.
We are.
Top of the league.
Yeah.
Make a minute.
Yeah, I know, but like. Don't worry.
My thing is United
like Liverpool fans were saying, wait till May. Who's top of the league in May? So that's what I'm waiting now.
The thing is, with one loss, what do you think United does now?
We need look. You know, if you look at the games, because in between we have lost games. We lost to Leipzig. That was a huge loss in the Champions League. In between this Premier League run, right? And then we went on, I think, to the next game and.
But my thing is like, all right, a loss is a loss, but when you lose against bottom of the league, do you think that impacts them mentally? Or is it just like, boys, it is what it is. We're still, in the race.
I think losing that game to Leipzig was maybe would have had a bigger effect because you're knocked out of the Champions League. And all right, let's be fair. Even though everyone rid us off, you're in the group of death. Your Europa League football's back for you guys before a ball was kicked. And now that we're out, everyone wants to banter us. But you guys already predicted that, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. But just the fact that we needed 1 point and we didn't get that, and we got knocked out. I think that would have probably had a bigger impact. So we lost that game, went on a good run. Then we lost again to City in the cup in the semi-final. I think it was again. Lost again, and then again we went on a good run where we kind of dominated performances or professional performances. But and then if we lost to Liverpool, that could have been another loss, and then we maybe would have gone on another run. But unfortunately, we're still in that one, or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it. And we just lost to Sheffield. Now, we've seen some of the results this season. Like, there's no excuse. That doesn't mean just because the results are crazy this season that we should be getting these results, losing to fucking bottom team, the worst Premier League team ever. Let's just put that in. You know what I mean? So
I was going to call a search party for the United fans. They went missing a bit after that game. But,
yeah. Look,
they're saying now it's a wake-up call. Do you think
we're all on milk cartons, mate? We're all on milk cartons. You know what I mean? I think we're more. It's just a bit depressing, man. Bit depressing that we lost to Sheffield. But what can you do? I don't know. What can you do? We got to bounce back. It is Arsenal now. Banter FC. We're versing Banter FC, so this should be an easy win. In theory, should be an easy win.
To see
you know what I mean?
TV.
Look, they've been shouting all year, man. They've been loud all year. So I don't know what's going to happen with this game. Hopefully, look, my opinion, man. I don't know what the players need to look. The players really need to look at that Sheffield United game, and look, they're gonna be like, you know what, we gotta start now performing. Like all the criticism and like all the racial abuse as well. Like and these are United fans, yeah. We lose one game in like 3 months, and then there's racial abuse, and then all the emojis are thrown out and all this stuff. It's like you want us to win, but you're putting our players even more down. And like it's 2021, and we're still talking about this topic. It's just unbelievable, you know what I mean? Do you know what? That could even affect now the whole this run that we've built up. Yeah, we lost. Yeah, we moved from there. We bounced back. But now this whole racial thing that's happening to our players,
100%.
No, it could unsettle everything.
That's true.
And if these are, because you know what, to be honest, I've looked at some of these comments and I've clicked on some of these people pages. No profile picture. None of them want to show their face. You know, cowards. Yeah, these are the cowards. Yeah, that's it. And it's like these are the people that are the posting, whether they're United fans or not. I mean, dropping all these racial words. I'm like, for what reason? You know, for what reason? And that could affect the team.
It could.
Because you're calling someone whatever because of the color of their skin, but 2 weeks ago you're celebrating Pogba's winning goal.
Exactly
2 weeks in a row, last minute winners for Rashford. You can't have it both ways now.
That's it.
You can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? But what are your thoughts about the Man United Arsenal game?
I think obviously Arsenal, some good form. They're starting to link up. I think United has a loss. They're still sitting second on the ladder.
Above Liverpool, so I can barely hear you. So you might have to speak a little bit louder. You know what I mean? So,
but I think United have to go into the game confident. They've been getting results. Obviously, you cop a L, but Arsenal, they're ninth. All right, they're ninth. They're starting to play good, but you've seen the teams that they've been coming up against. Now they've got a bit of a test against United. Hopefully, United play well for their fans and for their position.
We've been doing well away.
That's
I think
true.
Probably one of the best away records this season.
There is a record there. So do Arsenal, go into that game with that mentality? Can we knock them off? Hopefully it's
possibly,
not a bit of a dud game. I'm trying to defend that.
Yeah. All the kind of top games have been not the best. I mean, the Liverpool Tottenham game this morning was okay. Even the last game was not too bad.
Yeah. But
some of the bigger games.
Game, like Arsenal, if they pick up 3 points, where are they? They climb up the ladder a bit, So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, look, they'll go in front of Chelsea, equal with Everton with that 2 games in hand Everton already have. But then again, like you said, they'll get them 3 points, and if they kick on from there, they're back in the conversation. Maybe not for the league. I think, If City wins that game in hand, it's a bit gone. But then top 4,
they'll find their spot.
it's on, and it makes it harder. That's what I mean. It makes it even harder. You got Leicester. And look, what's West Ham doing there?
The bubble's gonna pop.
You reckon?
The bubble's gonna pop
with Moise. Yeah, it's interesting to see what's gonna happen there. But yeah, look, it's been an interesting league so far. But then like Wolves can rock up now. They've got a few players in the window. You know, they didn't look bad in their last game against Chelsea as well. Maybe they could have snatched it.
Being injured really hurt them.
Yeah. And I was saying that, I think I was saying this last week or the week before. Like, you look at some of these bottom table teams, right? All they're missing is a clinical finisher.
Yeah. Like,
I don't think Sheffield are that bad. They just need a proper finisher. Fulham, to me, are not that bad. They play some good football. Mitrovic is just not firing. He's hardly been starting. Exactly right. Against United, but Loftus-Cheek maybe should have got 2 goals easily, but they can't. They're not clinical. Brighton, yeah, a little bit as well. And Newcastle, that's just a shambles. I mean, I don't know what's happening there. But like you said, Jimenez, they haven't won in the last, who knows how many games here, 5-6 games they haven't won. Right. So it's a big game now against Palace because they're sitting just below them on the same points. But yeah, for the race, guys, the race for the top 4, the top 5, top 10, anyone can end up anywhere at the moment. Maybe besides City, that's another conversation, for fuck's sake. But what do you do?
It's a good season for the football fan just watching.
Yeah.
It's a good season.
And that's what I mean. Like, now we're going into this game, like, everyone's going to want, like, you know, everyone's supporting and support West Ham this weekend. Everyone's going to be supporting. Everyone, of course, going to support the Arsenal, you know, even though everyone kind of hates them too. But Leeds, everyone's going to back Leeds against your old manager there, that Leicester City. That's going to be interesting. Guys, let us know all your thoughts. Let us know what you think about the Frank Lampard sacking as well. Was it too soon? Was it the right decision? Any smoke you have for me for the Sheffield United game, leave them below.
Bring the smoke, he deserves it.
I will rip your neck off as well. And make sure you have come with some proper arguments, yeah? Proper arguments down below. But anyway, I've already conceded, so I don't know. I've done the whole 8 mile. You know, I've done the whole 8 mile thing. Shambles, manager tactic shit, this defender shit, goals are shit, Bruno shit, Pogba shit. So I don't know. I've done the 8 mile and Eminem. Just say something. I don't know about my team, but yeah. Look, City on top after 19, 20 games. United sit second. Liverpool first win. Liverpool fans, is this the bounce back that you guys needed against Spurs to kick on now the second half of the season? I know I got some West Ham fans in my comment as well. They've been singing the last couple of weeks. Loving life, mate. Goyo in the house. I give a shout out because like every no matter the conversation is not even about West Ham, and it's West Ham in that something about West Ham has to be put in the comments. But Spurs fans, let us know what you think about your team's results. Jose Mourinho, is it time to question some of his tactics as well? And yeah, let's see what happens this weekend, and you know, hopefully we're back next week. United, top of the league, yeah, top of the league again. Liverpool dropped to 6th.
Nah, bro, we're back.
You're back. Where you back to? Where you back? Because last time you're telling me you're gonna be doing the doubles. I don't know what doubles you're talking about. The double cheeseburger, yeah, maybe. But I don't know about double against United.
Firmino, Mane.
Oh yeah, mate, we are back. We are back, mate. But yeah, guys, Damien, thanks for coming once again, man.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely enjoyed it. And guys, we'll catch you next week.